And today, a quick announcement, please. I will be putting this announcement. If you have done tech training and you've not gotten your certificate, please kindly write your name in your training group. I will take it up from there, please. Oh, kindly write, please. Tomorrow, I want to do everything I can do to, get those certificates out so that people can start looking for job. Okay, guys. Oh my God, this light is so much on me. I think it's better now. Um, I want to talk about SKN, St. Kitts and Nevis. I've talked about it, and since Chibike wants to do a group video with me so that we can discuss this. Many people wanted um, some many people wanted some information like that is individual, like somebody coming to tell you, oh, I want to travel, look at what I'm doing. I don't have all those facts, but the fact I have is this, is that you don't need visa to go to SKN. You don't also need restrictions. Whatever it is, you don't need restrictions. Like say, can I come with family? I didn't go to school, or I'm not a graduate. Can I come with my can I come without those things? Or I am married. Can I come with my kids and my wife? Or those kind of questions you people normally ask is not obtainable here in St. Kitts and Nevis, because St. Kitts and Nevis, you don't need any visa. So which means you're not going to go and put any application. Number one. Number two, you don't need POF. That's proof of funds, like telling you to go and get your statements, your bank statements, so that they see whether you have money or not. Then number three, you don't need IELTS. No, Babu, you don't need it. Then number four, limit of stay is applicable. But since it's 6 months, I normally preach here, stay in your own country and plan this movement. Don't just go. So, but there are key 3 things I need you to understand this night: cost of living, rent, transportation, utilities, emergency funds, and the 6 months visit, each visit that is allowed. This is what I will discuss tonight. For instance, Chibike is a nursing student in St. Kitts and Nevis. Because, do you know why I want people to go to St. Kitts and Nevis if they have money to study? I will tell you. If you study nursing in St. Kitts and Nevis, you are 1 foot inside United States of America. Yes, because all these NCLEX they are asking you, they don't ask them. Like people in Guyana, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Dominica, Barbados. If you study nursing there, there's nothing like NCLEX for you. So, and again, study is cheap, but the country itself is expensive, like the living wage is expensive. So since all these things are applicable here, let's discuss cost of living. I don't live in St. Kitts and Nevis. I've only visited once. So if you want to go to St. Kitts and Nevis, I want you to have it in mind that it's not a third world country. It is a third world. Will I say? Yeah. Will I say it's not? It's not a. It's an island that depends on tourism. So, which means they have. Which word will I use now? Most people that live there or go there for holiday or are from like places like US, Russia, all these countries that are close to United States of America, because St. Kitts and Nevis is close to United States of America than Europe. So why St. Kitts and Nevis? I will tell you, St. Kitts and Nevis, they rank 27 in passport ranking and they have access to European Union. If you have their passport, you will have access to all the countries in European Union and Schengen Community and OICA countries. You will have free movement in those countries. Then number two is this: you don't need money to apply for this. Um, to apply for visa, tourism visa, or to go there. You don't need, because I think it was 1994 or 1995. I'm not sure of this date that this thing that Nigeria don't require passport a visa application to go to St. Kitts and Nevis. Okay, let's talk about cost of living. Like I said, I don't live in St. Kitts, but Chinedu that lives there, and he's a nursing student. I think he's in final year. I want to do a live with him tomorrow, if I can get him in tomorrow, after I have shared certificates of those people that did training. If I will get in tomorrow, then I will bring him in live, like so that he can answer some questions, some practical questions. Because what I have is theory. And visiting a country as a tourist, Genge, is different from living in the country. Because when you live in a country, then you start finding out the policies, the tax, and all that. But if you are a visitor, you're just coming to visit and spend money and go your way. So the cost of living is high because most of their imports come from USA. So anything coming from USA, you can check the dollar. It's expensive. Then the rent is not, it's the same thing with Barbados. And I want to talk a bit on this one. Please, when you are going to Barbados, I have told you guys how to get help. How you can get help is going to their group, their Facebook groups, and ask for this favor. But let me just advise on something here. Any day you are planning to move abroad, like any day you have started thinking of moving abroad, you need to save for living expenses. You need to save. And when you save, you will be respected, a bit, because you have your own money. You are not trying to depend on anybody. There's kind of self-confidence that comes there. So since that country imports things from USA, they're almost 70% of their imports come from USA. Then you know that that country will be expensive. It's not a rocket science. That's where the economics work. So what can you do in this? You have to downsize, and if you have a family, since there's no visa required, you can go on your own and settle down before you start bringing anybody to join you, whether wife or children. It will still be expensive because you will be buying some things from the locals, from the country people that are in business or selling things. And remember, those people, they have settled people that will allow them to do their business. So it's not easy. So in this rent, what you have to do is to find a shared apartment. Find something that is within your budget that you can manage. If you are going to a country, telling them you are coming to this country and you don't have any other passport except from your own home country, sometimes it don't work like that. But I will tell you what you need to do in this rent. I don't know whether they have welfare. I'm not sure. But even if they have, you cannot just access it. So in the rent, find cheap place. Start from cheap place. There are many places in St. Kitts and Nevis that are like moderates, that are a bit cheap. Start from there, because you are in this country without any legal support, which means you have to be careful and save your money. And there's no welfare. Remember, I keep on telling you people, there's no welfare. There's no welfare for you. Transport, please, the day you want to go to this St. Kitts and Nevis, please pass through United Kingdom. Don't go through United States of America because America don't want you to come. That kind of visit. So that's bygone. I'm not a politician, so I wouldn't talk more on those things. Then utilities. Any any country that is the living wage is expensive, you should expect that utilities will be expensive as well. So that you are being asked maybe to pay $5 to before they can access things. Don't it will never happen here, but there it might happen. So look at yourself and look at what you can afford and go direction of where your money can afford. Then emergency funds. Before you travel, please save for emergency funds. Save, save, save. It's good a thing to have savings when you are going to another person's country so that you don't constitute a nuisance. The next thing you put your hand in crime and you know what will happen. The 6 months I said, if you know your living wage, I will explain this. Number one, if you know that you cannot work for another person, or you are going with a talent or something like that, you need to have emergency fund of like 3 months or 6 months. That will help you in case, because there are many things there are many things that as a new migrant in somebody's country, you shouldn't be perceived as needy or that you need help of people. Yes, that can make them send you back. You need to come as whole as you are and save money for emergency funds before going. Don't say they don't have, there's no visa required, though. I want to carry my bag and start going without proper preparation. If things are expensive, you need to have shock absorber, which is this emergency fund that you can put your hand and bring out your money and take care of your business. If at all, you don't want to study in St. Kitts and Nevis, please, you can join technical class and start building yourself before you can say that you're going to places like SKN. That 6 months visa, the normal, that's 6 months that you are allowed to stay in that country, pending when you are fully recovered. That 6 months is enough for you to settle down. But what I will always advise is this: please save that money in your home country. Save even your transport, your tea fare in your own home country, because anything can happen as an immigrant. Anything can happen. There's nothing that cannot happen. Tomorrow, I will tell you the schools for people that wants to do nursing. Like I said before, if you study nursing in St. Kitts and Nevis, you don't need NCLEX to go abroad and work. That's the beauty. And school fees is cheap. But the country itself is not cheap because most of their imports comes from US. So anything can happen. Now you have known all the things about cost of living, rent, transport, utility, emergency funds, and 6 months. You have known that. So the best thing that you can do from here now is to tell yourself what you can do there and what you cannot do. It's simple. And if you are going, like I said you shouldn't take, I don't know, you shouldn't take things for granted, because if you want to move maybe this month or next month, because there's midterm break coming and it will disrupt so many travels. If you want to get a good accommodation, please go to their Facebook group, explain yourself, and say that you're looking for accommodation in so place, that you're coming with so thing. How can you get this accommodation? By then, when they start looking for maybe random accommodation, they get the information about if they get information about you not having the right accommodation that you need to have to house your wife, maybe, or your husband and your children, it might become a problem. I'm just trying to use a softer word to explain it so that you can understand it. Let me explain just like small so you understand it. I said if you are going to St. Kitts and Nevis, so far they have not said that you need to apply for any visa. People are going in their droves. Remember, you have to have money to sustain yourself for that kind of movement, because you might move in anywhere, and where you will get job will be different from the city that you move to. So it's just kind of a little bit balanced so that people can get on with their migration if they chooses to go to this place that don't require them to have anything like a utility and all that. Then utility, I don't know who I just don't know how much is this or that, specific things. I don't really know because I don't live in St. Kitts and Nevis, but people that live there will come and tell us tomorrow. But my problem here is this. Number one, if maybe somebody visits you, guys, maybe you are still planning to settle down and it happened, please seek assistance from your own embassy. I don't know how I will make this thing clear. Seek medical care from your own embassy, because once a country know that you are needy, I don't know how to explain that. Like maybe you have kids, no, this thing. It's hard in that place, which means any accommodation you are getting will be standard for you, number of people in your family. Then the sun and all that might, because somebody was asking me how is the weather. I don't know. It's an island. You might not see sun and it might be cold. So I just don't know. And if you are going through farm work, you have to you have to work that on this kind of weather. So it is something that you have to decide for yourselves and ask yourself, what is your direction? Remember, cost of living, I've solved it. Uh, I've discussed it. Rent, I've discussed it. Transport and utility, emergency funds. I have discussed all these things. So if you have any question in this SKN movement or JAPA, come to me. But remember, I said book your flights don't book flights going to US. Book the one going through UK. You will be okay. If you are new here, please join us in our Telegram group. And again, if you're not new, but you have someone that's contributed, I think, I don't know what they are calling it, but this thing is in somebody's house and they are trying to, help the lady do better. Now you have, you have gotten everything all the information that you need. I don't know the exact figure or to start telling you how much this one will cost, or no, I don't do that. You have gotten how the rent work here. You've gotten transport, you've gotten utility, information about utilities and everything. you've gotten information about emergency funds. The next thing that you have to ask yourself is, how much do you have to go to places like SKN? How much do you have? Because if you are a family parent, and you are going to SKN, you want to go with your family from the first day, you might struggle. I don't want to tell you, except you have good money. Remember, I said that most of the imports, the things that they get, comes from, places like USA. So you check why it's good for you to go alone and plan for yourself before bringing anybody to join you, because you might be overwhelmed. If today is the first day you are coming here, welcome. If it's not the first day, welcome again. Don't make it your last time. I'll be rounding up here, and I've explained this SKN, and I will drop many links. I have told people, if you are going to SKN, use that opportunity to prepare yourself, maybe to do nothing, because they don't have this NCLES doctors, or maybe nurses, or maybe anybody. I don't have any information about the fees at the moment, but I will get the fees tomorrow, and I will share many links for schools that are doing nursing or that employ, gets their international students. Because if you are going there now, you have become international students if you want to attend any school there. So I will leave many links tomorrow in this group, in this channel, so that you will use the link to make your application in school and ask questions and know what is your, like, as an immigrant in this place now, I know what is obtainable in this place because this is where I live. So try to know more about the country that you will be staying to work. So I don't know what else to say here, but if you are one of the persons that's that have undertaken a tech training and you've not gotten your certificate, or there's a mistake in your certificate, please go and make some corrections with the name that you want me to write in the certificates. Because there are people that told me that the names they have in their certificates are wrong. And I'm using this opportunity to beg anybody that have taken this tech training and have not gotten their certificates to go and review their name and write it out for me, because I will use it tomorrow. I'm just praying that tomorrow will afford me with time. Then I can do a lot of things. Even the people that wants to go to Canada, I will share the program links so that you know the county or the province that are recruiting at the moment, and you see where you can put your application and all that. If there's something I have not covered here, cheap cities, I don't know cheap cities in St. Kitts and Nevis. I don't really know. But the thing I know is that tomorrow I will give you some colleges that are taking international students, so you know where you are standing. But weekends you can go and do, what we say, cash at hand. If you are going you want to go as a potential student, I don't know whether they have this kind of sophisticated, work we have here, because even if you're going back to school or you are traveling, you're leaving work for some certain time, you can put an application and see how it goes and see the country before you move permanently. I don't support people, once you people here no visa, you don't really like to check other things. Please start paying attention, from today. It's not easy. I'll be ending this video here, and nobody joined me, and I've explained cost of living, rent, transport, utility, emergency funds. which is 6 months. So if there's something I have not covered here, maybe I will cover it when I will do the main video. This is live, just to tell you about SKN, St. Kitts and Nevis. If you are joining us new, the name of the country that we've been discussing here is St. Kitts and Nevis. And I want you to go and save money if you want to relocate here. But you have all the information and you will have all the websites that you need to call anywhere, home. My dear, I will see you guys tomorrow and hope that there are people that have gone to this thing to check the final show. So guys, thank you so much once again, and may God bless you. And I want you to have something in mind, that I really appreciate all your efforts, people sharing my video. I saw them, and people, engaging in this post. My hearts are always for you guys. And the next thing I will do now is to help my students that's already planning to move, get some cheap flight tickets and all that, because it's quite a journey. If you are going, there's not any direct flight, so you will go through many many routes that the police or maybe the custom officers will be monitoring and so on. So though that you don't have this thing, but who knows, maybe you are wanted. So that's why you need to go with your form of identity and all that. Thank you so much, guys, and I wish to see you tomorrow. And I'm trying so bad to make sure that everything starts going smoothly like we normally do before. And thank you so much for your insights and all that. And for people that I just don't know how to say this, but if you want to travel, travel. If you don't want to travel, don't travel. That's all I can say. Thank you so much, guys. I'll be ending this video here. God bless all of you. Thank you. Bye-bye.